My name is Tasha Stanton, and I am the principal of Galion High School. I'd like to start by welcoming everyone to the National Honor Society Induction Banquet. I am honored to be a part of this wonderful event to recognize some of the top students in our district. Now, I would like to introduce Melanie Wheeler, the secretary of our Galion High School chapter.
Hello, I am Melanie Wheeler, Secretary of the National Honor Society. On behalf of the members of NHS and our advisor, I wish to welcome all of you to tonight's induction ceremony. We are proud to invite new members to join in our efforts to represent Galion High School as students of scholarship, leadership, character, and service. At this time, I would like to introduce the current executive members of our National Honor Society and ask them to stand as I call their names. Brooke Kelly, President. Ashley Orris, Vice President. Ava Smith, Treasurer. And once again, I am Melanie Wheeler, Secretary.
Hi everyone, I'm Brooke. I'm the president of National Honor Society here at GHS. The Galion High School chapter of National Honor Society welcomes you to the induction of new members, a group of juniors and seniors who exemplify the high standards for membership set forth by National Honor Society. I would like to share some history with you now. In 1921, a group of educators decided that in every progressive high school in the United States, there should be some public recognition of the ablest students. A high degree of scholarship was a requirement, but not scholarship alone. Scholarship, accompanied by strong character, true initiative, and distinctive service, were the qualities that the founders of the National Honor Society hoped would characterize future members of the society. Since 1939 through the present, to be chosen as a member represents the greatest honor that can be bestowed on any student at Galion High School. The purpose of the society is to create enthusiasm for scholarship, to stimulate desire and provide opportunity to render service, to promote the exercise of leadership, and to develop substantial character in the students of America's secondary schools. Membership in the National Honor Society is not a right, it is a privilege granted only to those students selected by the Faculty Council at Galion High School. Members must maintain at least a 3.25 scholastic average, and they must have received superior ratings in character, leadership, and service from the members of the faculty and from community representatives. We heartily congratulate each of you upon your selection into National Honor Society. However, before you take the Pledge of Allegiance to the society, we ask you to consider seriously the obligations and responsibilities which members in the society brings with it. Before you are ready to assume these responsibilities, you must understand the meaning of our emblem, which Ava Smith will now explain.
Hello everyone, I'm Ava. I serve as the treasurer of NHS. So the emblem of this society contains two symbols, the keystone and the flaming torch. The keystone symbolizes the ideals of society and bears at its base the letters CSLS, standing for the four cardinal principles of this organization: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. As the keystone is placed by the builder to keep a perfect arch forever true, so are the principles represented in this symbol to be used to support and guide us in the future, in school or in doing our share of the world's work. The founders of this society have established certain standards by which eligibility to membership shall be determined. These standards have been chosen because they embody those qualities of mind and heart that are essential to all successful endeavors. Scholarship, the key to the treasure house of life experience and to the chambers of unexplored realms. Character, the cornerstone of the temple of worthy achievement. Service, the exercise of the spirit of unselfish cooperation. And leadership. Without this, no human endeavor can achieve worthy ends. We have been chosen to this society because you possess, to a marked degree, these four qualities. The meanings of these four qualities will now be explained. Scholarship is the first. Scholarship is much more than getting grades. Scholarship means a commitment to learning. An honor student is willing to spend hours in reading and study because he or she knows the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. The scholar will continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for education only ends when life ends. Knowledge is one great human element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can only be required in one way: rough diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past and the light which illuminates the future. Members have the charge to expand their world continually through the opportunities inherent in scholarship. I will also explain service. Service can be expressed in various ways. In the routine of the day's work, many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work without monetary compensation or without recognition for the benefit of those in need is the quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to a creation of a better tomorrow.
Hi, everybody. My name's Ashley Orris, and I'm the Vice President of our chapter of National Honor Society, and I'm going to continue to explain our Keystone principles. I will begin with leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school and community. In taking the initiative in class, as well as in school and community activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to attain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interest for the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a country, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed and is thus a vital charge to each of our members. And finally, character. Character is the force within each individual which distinguishes that person from others. It gives each one individuality and personality. It is that quality without which no one can respect himself or herself, nor hope to achieve the respect of others. Character is achieved and not received. It requires us to strive daily to make the right choices. It is the force of character which guides one through life. By demonstrating such qualities as reliability, honesty, integrity, and sincerity, we may hope to prove by example that we value character. Now we will explore the second symbol, the torch. Just as the keystone symbolizes the high ideals of our society, so the flaming torch symbolizes our purpose is to follow the light of truth. It has illuminated the way for kings and prophets, bards and sages. It has shone into the dark places of man's history, warding off danger and preventing disaster. This light represents the eternal light of knowledge, a light as old as man's ability to think and to pass on knowledge. In this emblem, the flaming torch glows against the background of the keystone. May your light so shine in the world. I now would like to invite the first inductee, Kaya Capretta, and her sponsor, Ms. Summer Flick, to begin the introduction of new members of the National Honor Society. We ask that each subsequent inductee and his or her presenter then proceed to the stage in alphabetical order. Thank you.
The dictionary defines character as the way someone thinks, feels, and behaves. Someone's personality, a set of qualities that make a person, place, or thing different from another person, place, or thing. Good evening, my name is Summer Flick, and I've had the pleasure of knowing Kaya Capretta since she was just a little girl playing softball out at Pico Park. Several years later, this same girl walked into Grace Point Church, and we started on a new adventure together, playing club volleyball. From an early age, I could tell Kaya was a hard worker who was very attentive to instruction and wanted to better herself as an athlete. Her desire to work hard on the court has transferred over to her desire to excel in the classroom. Fast forward a few years, and Kaya became a good friend to my daughter Ella. They have been classmates, friends, and teammates for a long time now, and Kaya's influence has always been a positive one on all of her peers. In 1992, a group of youth development experts created a set of core ethical values called the 6 Pillars of Character. The 6 Pillars of Character are trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. Trustworthiness. Kaya is a student athlete who we can always count on to be doing the right thing as a teammate and friend, regardless regardless if anyone is watching or not. Her moral compass is one of her best attributes as a person, and her reliableness is unmatched. 2 is respect. No matter the mood in the gym, Kaya always shows her respect by showing up early and focusing on what is asked of her without hesitation. Her attitude repeatedly reflects one of willingness to do whatever it takes to make the team better without regard to her own self-gain. Her capability to treat others in a kind manner, irrespective of differences, sets her apart from not just her peers, but of peers and adults alike. Number 3 is responsibility. Whether on the court, in the classroom, or outside of school, Kaya always steps up to be a leader by example. If something needs done, whether it be help with volleyball reps before or after practice, assisting a classmate with an assignment, or a ride to practice, she's constantly willing to lend her help and time. She leads by example through self-discipline, consistently plans ahead, so she is prepared for whatever task she's about to conquer, and makes healthy life choices for her own self-care, which is something she and her family should be very proud of. Number 4 is fairness. If one thing is certain, it's that life will be full of unexpected twists and turns, and how you deal with those obstacles play a large part in your ability to succeed and persevere. Kaya's open-mindedness and capacity to entertain a differing point of view are qualities that will serve her well in life. Her capability to not just hear, but to also respect others' viewpoints will help her to continue to grow as a respected leader in her adult life. Number 5 is caring. Whether at home or at school, Kaya demonstrates her empathetic nature by offering mutual respect to everyone she encounters. Her kindness and compassion for family, friend, and teammates are apparent by her body language when asked to help do something for others. Never a hesitation, and always unwavering leadership as she lends a helping hand. Number 6 is citizenship. I cannot say enough about Kaya's willingness to step up and go above and beyond to ensure that her home, school, and community are a better place because of her selfless volunteerism. If there's something that needs done in order to aid in helping to make an event, a property, or a neighborhood better, Kaya is forever present and lending of her time to make sure that she leaves the job better than she found it. Her sacrifice of time and effort are qualities of a tremendous leader, and I know she will continue this into her future. The National Honor Society honors students who have excelled in scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Kaya Capretta is a model student who exemplifies what it means to be a well-rounded, service-oriented individual to her family, school, and community. Kaya demonstrates character and leadership in every role she pursues, and will be an asset to the Galion chapter of the National Honor Society. Congratulations, Kaya, on your induction, and may you continue your pursuit of a lifelong journey to make everyone and everything you surround yourself with better than you found them. Please join me in honoring all of tonight's inductees. My hope for all of you is to continue to challenge yourselves to be better than you were the day before, and to be the bright future leaders our communities need. Thank you.
Good evening. I would like to first congratulate all the inductees and parents. You are the elite 10% of all high school students in the nation, so you should be very proud of yourselves. My name is Holly Rose, and this is Julia Connor. When it comes to Julia, I've had the privilege of not only working with her, but becoming her friend. Tonight, I'm honored to be sponsoring this bright, beautiful young woman in the National Honor Society. When Julia started working with us in June of 2020, I quickly realized she was someone special. She's a fast learner and is always jumping in and helping. It's always fun to watch Steve It's always fun to watch Steve give her a list of things to make. That list is always huge. And she kills it every time. She doesn't miss a beat. And we are all left saying, how in the world did she just do that? When we have slow times, that's when her personality shines. Her wit has us all laughing, and her dance moves are contagious. I'm always amazed at how she handles the day-to-day life. This girl goes to college. She plays and excels at golf and swimming. She's involved in school musicals, Girl Scouts, student council, her church, and still finds time to work at the bistro. And let me tell you, she does it with such grace. I often tell her I need to take lessons. I'm sure many of you are fans of Tina Fey, Meryl Streep, Carrie Underwood, Taylor Swift. Well, they're all members of the National Honor Society. But these women don't hold a candle to Julia. She's going to leave a mark on this world that only few will achieve. It's been such a pleasure to get to know Julia. She's not just the youngest Connor. She's a natural leader who's very intelligent, full of personality, grace, and confidence. Thank you, Jules, for allowing me to be a part of one of your many accomplishments. And I would like to leave you with a quote that I strive to live by every day. Walk with the dreamers, the believers, the courageous, the cheerful, the planners, the doers, and the successful people with their heads in the clouds and feet on the ground. Let their spirit ignite a fire in you to leave this world better than you found it. Congratulations, Julia.
It's an honor to be able to introduce Gavin tonight for this wonderful occasion. I've gotten the opportunity to get to know Gavin really well over the last 5 or 6 years, starting as a golf coach back in junior high when he was in the junior high golf program, and as an employee. He's worked for us the last 2 summers part-time, and also he's developed a deep friendship with both of my 2 sons, Nicholas and Nathan. I'm hoping, Gavin, if I do well tonight with this introduction, that you might consider me for a cabinet position when you become President of the United States. By my math, the year would be 2040. You would be 36. The only problem is then I'll be 62, and I don't know if I want to work that hard for you when I'm 62. I say that half jokingly, but I do think Gavin has the capabilities to become a leader like the President of the United States. When I think of some of the greatest presidents we've ever had, I think of names like Theodore Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln, Ronald Reagan, and I wouldn't put Donald Trump on my list, but Gavin might. But the first 3 gentlemen that I named all had amazing character, courage, vision, self-discipline, and these are all characteristics that I think Gavin possesses. He has a clear vision for his future. He uses the clear vision to drive him to excellence, not only as a student, but as a student athlete. Example of this would be taking college classes this year at the Kehoe Center, which he will graduate with a business degree as a senior in high school. As an athlete, I've seen him work very hard from a coaching perspective. This past season, Gavin was able to reduce his 9-hole average by 9 strokes, which is truly remarkable and incredible. But it didn't come easy. He worked very hard for it in the off season and practiced very hard in the summer. And I know he's going to continue to do that and get better and make even more impact on the program than he already has. Arnold Palmer said it best about golf when he used the quote, "Golf is deceptively simple endlessly complicated, it satisfies the soul and frustrates the intellect. It is at the same time rewarding and maddening, and without it, without a doubt, the greatest game mankind has ever invented. And I've seen Gavin on the golf course at his all-time highs. I've seen him at his all-time lows, both mentally and emotionally and physically. But what I will say about Gavin is that when he's out there, he never gives up, he never quits, and he's always pushing himself forward to try to get better. And that's all that you can ask for as a coach. While golf is widely considered an individual game, Gavin has become a great teammate. As a coach, I just get to ride around in the golf cart, and I get to ask them what club they're hitting and how they're playing and talk course management. I get to keep them hydrated. And for those of you that don't know, Gavin absolutely loves Arnold Palmer's. So when I pack coolers for the kids, everybody gets Gatorade and water, and I make a special trip for Gavin to get him Arnold Palmer's. Hence the previous Arnold Palmer quote. But one of the things I love about Gavin is when I go up to him and he's out on the golf course, before I can even get to Gavin to see how he's playing, he immediately asks me, how are his teammates doing? How is so-and-so playing? How is this guy playing? And he constantly wants updates and feedback of how everybody is doing. So he always, in my mind, puts his teammates first before himself. Another example of that is at this year's state golf tournament. Gavin was not participating in it, but came down to support his teammates regardless. He drove down and rode around and watched his teammates on and encouraged them. And it was a horrible day to watch golf. It was an easy day just to stay home because it was raining and cold and, quite frankly, pretty miserable. And we played terrible that day. But again, I think this speaks to how selfless Gavin is, and again, how much he cares about his teammates. Nick and Tina, you've done a great job raising your family. I'm thankful to have Gavin in my life, and he's blessed our family in many ways and become great friends to Nicholas and Nathan. He's a joy to coach and just an all-around great kid. So I want to congratulate you tonight, Gavin, for being inducted into the National Honor Society, and you're truly one of the best and a blessing to your family and friends, and I look forward to seeing how you continue to be successful in the future. Thank you.
Good evening. I would like to take a brief moment to offer a warm congratulations to all of our Galion High School National Honor Society inductees. Each of the outstanding students being recognized tonight surely excel as scholars and leaders, while also demonstrating excellent character. This obviously is quite evident as these leaders are well-rounded, excel inside and outside of the classroom, on and off of our athletic fields and gymnasiums, within and outside of rehearsals, and as young individuals who provide volunteer service throughout our community. Tonight, I am honored and have the pleasure of presenting Amanda Harvey for induction into National Honor Society. I have been fortunate to get to know Amanda over the past 7 years through both an educational and a religious setting. She moved to town with her family shortly after her parents accepted employment locally. And being a new student and a new school is always a tough thing. Since her father's new position was as the minister at Galion First UCC, it is quite fitting that one of my first and fond memories of Amanda is linked to the first time that she read scripture in front of the entire congregation. She was exceptionally strong, confident, and clear for her age. I also came to the quick realization that Amanda loved music and enjoyed singing. Of course, between church involvement, taking private voice lessons, and the strong influence of musicians in her family, her love and appreciation of music was linked to her deciding to join band in the 5th grade, choosing to play the clarinet. As an instructor of the instrumental music program for 13 years, I had the pleasure to observe Amanda's growth in the classroom from her 5th through 10th grades. She has always been an avid reader and a hard worker. This definitely helped with her initial approach to the clarinet, as she was actually quite uncertain about band in the beginning. It was a bit overwhelming, plus the clarinet has so many keys. Over the years, she persevered. She learned to play over the break with more ease, as well as knowing how and when to apply alternate fingerings for B, C, and C sharp. See, these are the chromatic pitches that move over the break, in addition to some others that are more simple, like E flat or high A flat. The point behind this clarinet player jargon is that clarinet players sometimes really have a puzzle on their hands. Besides needing to learn and apply pitches, rhythms, dynamics, articulations, tempi, I could go on, they also need to determine the fingerings, including alternate fingerings, which ones are best to use for the cleanest and fastest approach so that their sound is the best. This is an excellent example of real-world problem solving and, of course, multitasking. Regarding these problem-solving and multitasking skills, I was pleased to watch Amanda grow in her leadership last year. Though she was technically under the leadership of another in her section, she emerged as a leader. She was always present, on time, prepared, had fantastic chair and roll step form, and was supportive and kind to her classmates. Last year was definitely challenging for everyone. Regardless, her ability to help others remember to apply what they learned, as well as organize clarinet trio pieces from multiple concerts, shone through. It is helpful to remember that oftentimes new endeavors are not easy. However, the point is that they are sought. Amanda began a significant journey in this regard last year, which has really taken hold this year. Here at Galion High, she joined the symphonic choir, earned membership in show tunes, was involved in the fall play, and served as a woodwind section leader of the marching band. Overall, Amanda is friendly, considerate, empathetic, and extraordinarily dependable. One of her many strengths is definitely in being straight to the point, and I have no doubt that her resiliency will continue to increase in strength, as will her critical thinking, problem solving, and leadership skills. In closing, to quote the well-renowned movie music composer John Williams, "So much of what we do is ephemeral and quickly forgotten, even by ourselves. So it's gratifying to have something you have done linger in people's memories." Amanda, the mark that you have already made and will continue to make on those that you meet in the future has been and will be significant and memorable, including your leadership, character, and integrity. At this time, I am delighted to congratulate Amanda Harvey on her induction into the National Honor Society.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Isaac Keynes, worked here at Galion a number of years. Right now, I play with really expensive toys all day, and I teach the nerds. So Hayden asked me to come talk about them, and I agreed. And look, I get it. He's better than me in every conceivable way. He's better than I ever was. He's better than I ever will be. I mean, that's a fact. But I was not going to stand up here and just drone on about all his accomplishments and all the great things he's done. So I tried to dig up some dirt, and I was just going to spend about 5 minutes roasting him. So I first started looking at his high school, you know, his accomplishments, looked at his grades. I don't know if he's ranked top in his class. I have no idea. That's some really complicated math. But if he's not top, he's really close to the top, so there was nothing there. I looked at his attendance and did the math. He's missed less days in his high school career than I missed last 9 weeks. So, nothing there. Looked at his athletics. He's a multiple sport varsity award winner. He's a fantastic athlete. Just played soccer with the winningest soccer team in Galion history. I got one varsity letter, which was a pity letter because I got 2 hits and I kept the book really well. So again, nothing there. So I commando crawled back to the back room in the office one day and started looking through his old file, just begging to find something, going all the way back to kindergarten. I needed any negative comment I could find from any teacher, like your finger paintings are terrible or something. Looking at his grades, I'm looking for a J or whatever grade they use to, tell a kid he stinks. Nothing there. He's fantastic in every way. I mean, what can I say? So I have this one story. It's not very good. So Hayden in 7th grade joins robotics club as the first year we had it. We attended one competition that year. We went to Cleveland. Long drive. We had 3 teams. We had one 7th grade team, 2 8th grade teams. I was pretty stressed out, I'm going to be honest, because one of the teams missed their event. Another team had catastrophic failure of their robot the day before and had to build it. Now, neither one of those teams was Hayden's team. Hayden that day proved to be the best driver we had, and that continues to this day. He's the best robotics driver we have. He did a fantastic job, so well that he was the only team that got chosen to be in the final tournament. He did really well. And because it was our first competition, we ended up winning a trophy that day. We got the teamwork award. It's still over at the middle school. And it was a great day. It was a lot of fun. He stuck with it. He's continued in the robotics program. Last year, joined up with another team here at Galion, and they had an amazing robot. And he participated in a online international event that was streamed. He drove well enough that we won that event. Did a great job. He scored high enough in that event that it qualified us for the state championships, which we had an amazing robot. We had the best driver, positive that I was going to win a chunk of metal to put in my room and brag about forever. But in their infinite wisdom, the state robotics committee decided to reschedule the event due to COVID to the same weekend as the national ACT testing date. And Hayden, because he cared more about his education and getting into a good college and his future and a bunch of scholarships and just more about himself, he skipped the competition, did fantastic on the ACT, and shockingly, I did not come back with a chunk of metal. I'll never forgive you. So, in 2016, I was kind of in a bad spot. I had a job that I absolutely hated in a subject I was sick of teaching and at a place that you couldn't pay me enough money to return to. And I got the opportunity to teach at Galion. And it was the first time I ever had 6th graders. And in one of those first classes, I had Hayden. He was an amazing student. He pretended like he was interested in what I was saying. Did everything I asked of him. His group built the most amazing orthotic boot out of a pile of trash that had booster rockets and defensive nunchucks. It's still on my shelf. And so thinking back on that, I know that my professional life got better the second that I met Hayden. And very soon, it's going to get worse because he's going to move on to bigger and better things. And I know some of you out there were also in those classes and are saying, hey, I built that boot. I was on that robotics team. You specifically asked me to join the robotics club because I was so great in your class. But you didn't ask me to speak today. So Hayden gets full credit. You're the best, bud.
Hello, I'm Chris Gerhart, and I'm talking about Emma McGuire. Emma's terrified right now because she doesn't know what I'm going to say. When I first met Emma, she was in middle school. She used to come to school with her dad, who taught here at the time. Her mom also teaches in the district. She started to come with her dad, and there was a group of us that had breakfast duty, so we stood in the cafeteria. First day, Emma's next to her dad, and by the end of the week, she was clean on the other side of the cafeteria. That's how I knew she was smart. Emma's been active in softball, basketball, and tennis here at the high school. She was captain of the tennis team. Last season, she won the Academic G Trophy in softball. Emma's definitely very family-oriented. She's got an older brother, Noah, and a little sister, Maya. Emma's really a great built-in babysitter. She teaches her younger sister cool new words like, that's whack. Guess who I get that one from? She's also involved in the College Credit Plus program and has taken 2 years of college courses, and she plans to pursue a career in psychology. I will definitely miss Emma next year. I'll miss the faces that she makes at me when she passes me in the hallway, and I will miss her purple hair. I definitely know she's headed for bigger and better things. Congratulations on your induction, Emma. Yeah, you're welcome.
That was cute. That was cute.
Wasn't bad.
Hello everyone, my name is Olivia Tanner and I am honored to be here this evening to speak on behalf of Haley Markham as both her teacher and as her coach. But before I tell you exactly what makes Haley the perfect member to this organization, I would first like to say congratulations to all of the new inductees as well as the current members. Being a National Honor Society member is an honor and a privilege that you have all earned through your hard work, dedication, and service. I would also like to say congratulations to the families in the room this evening. You have all raised spectacular young men and women, and everyone here in the room has something to be extremely proud of. Haley is an amazing student both in and out of the classroom. In the classroom as a junior, Haley is on an accelerated track in most classes. She works hard to get the best grades and keep up while also beginning her college-level courses to get ahead of the curve to pursue her future. Outside of the classroom, Haley keeps herself busy by not only being involved in numerous clubs and varsity athletics, but also by working a part-time job at Michael's Restaurant here in town. Haley is the kind of student that goes above and beyond to do what she can for her school and her community. She has been involved in clubs such as Teen Institute, Student Council, and Kindness Club, all to give back and to provide service in any way that she can. I had the opportunity to first meet Haley when I was asked to be the assistant cheerleading coach. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my whole life I spent twirling baton and have never cheerleaded a day ever. So, needless to say, this has been a very new experience for me. But there was something that really struck me about Haley right from the beginning. She is soft-spoken, but is a true leader. She listens to everyone's ideas and truly thinks about how to solve problems, no matter how big or small they may seem. And she steps up even when something is not her responsibility, and I, for one, truly appreciate that. Finally, I think it's important to mention her character. Haley is one of the kindest, most caring young women I have ever met. She would do anything in her power to help someone and do what is asked of her. I have not known Haley Markham long, but I know that this young woman makes a huge impact on everyone that she meets, including me, and I could not be prouder to see her have the honor of becoming a member of such a great organization. Congratulations, Haley.
Good evening, everybody. Let me pull that up here a little bit. It is absolutely my pleasure to be up here tonight, but I am going to put these on so I can actually see what I have written down here. So, congratulations to all the Galion High School National Honor Society inductees. As several other people have said tonight, you guys are ahead of the curve, ahead of your class, and congratulations to all of you. And inductees, make sure you say a special thank you to your mom, dad, parents, whoever raised you, because they've done outstanding work, and you guys are sitting here because of the people who support you. So make sure you thank them tonight when you go home. It is my privilege and honor to be the sponsor for Lydia McAbee into the Galion High School National Honor Society. I've had the opportunity to coach Lydia on the high school varsity tennis team the past 3 seasons. Some of you will know who Vince Lombardi is. Most of you out there won't know who Vince Lombardi is, but I say this a lot. Vince Lombardi said, "The price of success is hard work, dedication to the job on hand, and the determination. Whether we win or lose, we have applied the best of ourselves to the task at hand." And I can tell you, Lydia has always applied her best out there on the tennis court, I think in the classroom, and I think at her job. So look up Vince Lombardi, you younger people, and you'll see he was a great football coach. As stated in the program out there, Lydia is an exceptional young lady who is driven to exceed in everything she does. Whether it's in the classroom, the tennis courts, working the part-time job, or other activities, this young lady is always busy. All of you people out there make me tired because you're so busy. And again, that's a credit to the people that helped raise you. She is truly dedicated to whatever she is working on at the time. An example of this is in tennis. Lydia always strives to improve each day on the tennis court. If you don't know much about tennis, there's singles players and there's doubles players. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a second. But she never makes excuses, and she always does what we say in regards to strategy, ball placement, footwork, or other changes in play. You know, there's a lot of strategy involved in tennis. It's just not go out there, hit the ball around, and, you know, hope you get the point. There is footwork and there's placement, lines, angles, things like that that we really work on, and she does a great job with that. And good or bad, we asked Lydia to play multiple positions on the team the past 3 seasons. Sometimes she was number 1 singles, and that means you're playing the best of the opponent that you're facing. And sometimes she played number 2, and sometimes she played 1 doubles. And it didn't matter where we asked her to play, she did it. She did it with that smile, because when she lights up the smile, she lights up the room. And something I say all the time to the players is, in tennis, the word team means a lot to us. In our world, team means together everyone accomplishes more. So in tennis, you've got to be a team player. That's how you get points. That's how you win matches. And she's always done that for us. And again, she's a 3-year varsity letter winner, and she was captain this past season. I don't know, she's probably picked up 25,000 tennis balls over the last 3 years. That's what you do in tennis also. Besides hitting the ball, you're constantly running around picking up the 1,000 balls that we use at practice every day. So I could stand up here and talk a long time about Lydia because of her list of outstanding qualities is really second to none. She is the hard worker. She's poised, trustworthy, responsible, always has a smile on her face, and wants to improve in everything that she does. I know Lydia is a driven young lady, and she will succeed in whatever she chooses to do, as well as the rest of you. She will not rest on this honor tonight, but she will continue to work hard toward achieving the next challenge and honors that are ahead of her. I believe Lydia already has had a positive impact on those around you, definitely with the tennis program. The underclassmen look up to her, and they feed off of her energy. I also believe her values, ethics, and character, these will enable her to have even greater impact on our school, on our community, and wherever life takes her. I truly believe Lydia will continue to be successful due to that work ethic, the dedication, and determination. She is poised, she seldom gets rattled, and really the perfect example of a student athlete. It is my pleasure and honor to sponsor her induction tonight to the National Honor Society. Congratulations, Lydia. I am very proud of you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jenna Bolinger, and I am the Spanish teacher both at Galion High School and for the GECA and CCP programs. I am here tonight to join all of you in congratulating both Ava Niedermeyer and the rest of our fall 2021 National Honor Society inductees. Tonight, Ava joins a group of young men and women who have committed themselves to scholarship, service, leadership, and character, distinguishing themselves forever from their peers. 4 years ago, when I was afforded the opportunity to begin working at Galion High School, I was fortunate enough to have both her brother Isaac and Ava in Spanish. As an 8th grade student taking Spanish 1 for high school credit, Ava had already commenced her diligent work on this path to exemplary success and achievement. I continued to work with Ava the next 2 years through Spanish 3. While Ava was always quiet and reserved in class, she was consistently a model student and human being. In our Spanish classes, Ava established her commitment to language learning. She demonstrated unwavering dedication to the development of her language skills, despite being met with challenges or discomfort at times. Ava never shirked her academic or social responsibilities when completing assignments, during in-class practice activities, or when supporting her peers' learning. Ava is a student who consistently commits to delivering her best work at that moment. Ava regularly impressed me when reviewing her writing assignments or when listening to her speak or respond in class, as she consistently met the language proficiency objectives and at times demonstrating a competency that highlighted her ability to supersede those goals. Ava demonstrates a work ethic that will support and define her potential for success. When working with Ava in Spanish, she mentioned that her future goals were to enter the veterinary science profession and work with animals. I have come to find that she has since changed these goals, as her interests now lie within the engineering fields. While I must admit that I am somewhat saddened by her change in professional goals, I have absolutely no qualms in her success. Ava demonstrates clear academic achievement, and while this is key to her future success, she is much more than an intelligent young woman. Ava is an exceptional human being. Her contributions to this globalized world will be evinced by her steadfast ability to demonstrate compassion, empathy, and understanding of herself, those around her, and our world at large. She will continue to contribute to this world through more than just academic or professional accomplishments. Ava will strive to provide the best possible world for others and posterity. And finally, Ava, I speak not only about you, but to you. Another stage of your journey begins today. You will be faced with challenges, and you may feel discouraged or disheartened at times, but take refuge in both my and our unfaltering belief that you are capable and worthy of the successes that you will rally, that your commitment to success and your conviction to defend what is right in the face of adversity will shine through any hardship that should rise to impede your accomplishment. I hope that you all are as proud of Ava's accomplishments and will share with me in extending her this well-deserved recognition.
Good evening, everyone. I am here to speak on behalf of Jackson Aylor, and I have been Jackson's soccer coach since he was in 2nd grade. I am both honored and flattered to have been asked to speak about this wonderful guy. I really appreciate that. Jackson, I just want to congratulate you and your parents on everything that you've accomplished. Your achievements are being honored here tonight by your induction into this society, and this is a wonderful way for the school and the community to recognize and celebrate all of you. I'd just like to share a short story about one of my first memories of Jackson. And I'm not sure if he remembers this or not. I believe he was going into 3rd grade. It was in the summer. And his mother and my aunt are really close friends. His sister and one of my cousins grew up together. So we've been longtime family friends. And one day I was with my aunt and we drove to Jackson's house. I think my aunt was picking up or dropping something off to Jackson's mom. And I rode along and we pull up to the driveway and I see Jackson outside with a soccer ball. And we parked and my aunt went inside and they exchanged whatever they were exchanging. But I stayed outside and Jackson came up to me and he was all excited about this foot skill move that he had learned. He showed me that move and then he asked me to show him another one. So I showed him that one and he picked it up so quick. I was just like, man, how did he pick that up so quickly? So after that, he asked me to show him another one. And well, this one was a little bit more difficult and he was struggling with it. And by the time we had left, he still hadn't learned that move. So I didn't see Jackson again until the fall soccer season. And at that time he was in 3rd grade and he came up to me the first practice and he was so excited that he had learned that move. He was just so excited to learn about a sport and about something that I really love, which was exciting to me. But not only that, he had come and he was kicking the soccer ball better than almost everybody on the team. No offense, Hayden. No offense, buddy. He was kicking the soccer ball and he was trapping it better than he had ever before. And he had just improved so much from just practicing in his yard by himself. And this is one of the first kids that I had met coaching that went outside of practice and just worked hard to improve at something that he really, really loved. I was just so impressed by this little 3rd grader's determination to improve himself. Jackson is one of the hardest working, dedicated individuals I've had the pleasure of coaching. Again, Hayden, I said one of the, okay. And he's always looking to improve himself on and off the field. He's always asking questions, and he has a thirst for knowledge unlike anyone else I know. He leads by example, and he pushes others to do his best, all while being a humble, kind-hearted person. And I just want to touch a little bit on that. I'm really, really big into volunteering, and I know all the kids that go to Galion here have to get 60 hours of volunteer service. And a lot of them, I'm like, hey, man, I need you to volunteer, and can you help me do this, or will you come ref a soccer game? And Jackson is he's a rare breed. He comes to me and he says, hey, do you need any coaches? Do you need anyone to referee? How can I help? What can I do? And he comes out and he helps with the youth, and he's like, man, they're really good, or they have a lot of potential, and he gets excited because he wants to show them, and he wants to teach them, and he wants to be selfless and share his knowledge as well. Not only a thirst for knowledge to get better, but he wants to share that with everyone else. So honestly, I'm just in awe of you, Jackson, in who you are as a person. I just want to congratulate you on all your achievements. I know you have so many more yet to come, and you have a bright future ahead. And I also want to just congratulate all your peers who are being honored here tonight as well. Thank you.
Good evening. Summer, I just need to make a couple remarks here at the beginning because it'll help you relax. Are you nervous? She doesn't know what I'm going to say tonight. If you know me, you know that's a dangerous thing. And I don't know what I'm going to say tonight either. No, I'm just kidding. But I see myself eternally as 35 until I looked around and I saw a lot of you parents here I had in class. So I am 53, so if you reverse the digits, that is 35. I noticed on the program that we're number 11, and this month is November, which is the 11th month. I have no idea if that means anything, but it's interesting nonetheless. And I heard before I came here tonight that they were talking about the time change. You know, we just had this time, the daylight savings. And they said it's kind of like if you cut the top half of the blanket off or the top portion of the blanket and you sewed it on the bottom and you think you've got a longer day. It's kind of silly, but that's how it feels, right? It's kind of silly. But anyways, I brought you some Kleenex in case you cry at my jokes or anything else. And but I'm so thrilled that you asked me to be here tonight. Summer, I'm honored, as are all the presenters. Parents, we're proud of these kids. You know that we are. And but we're proud of you too. It's not an easy task raising children to care so much. And you've done a lot of hard work. And soon you'll be saying farewell. And I'll be thinking of you because I know what that's like, having done that 4 times myself. Don't cry yet. Rejoice. You have a lot to be thankful for. Tonight, Summer, I've written you a poem. Although I teach students in the area of mathematics, my passion and my love is art of all kinds. I fancy myself an artist and a poet. And I've written this based upon conversations we've had and information that I've learned about you. So there may be a couple humorous points that maybe only you'll catch, or maybe you guys will too. But I hope you enjoy this, and you'll get to know Summer as I read this poem to her. So besides being your math teacher, often my work reflects my relationship with God and how that impacts my relationship with people or the world around me. And that's why I've written this poem for you tonight. A summer day, sun shining bright, sweetness in the breezes, birds taking flight, jazz playing softly, a lovely, calm tune on the week that followed the month's new moon. A baby was born in winter's deep rays. Her face brought a smile and hope-filled new ways. Why was it summer in the short days of cold? The name tells the tale of the one we behold. Thus named they this babe for the future they saw in her beautiful face that moved them with awe. And right, yes, so right were they who did name this girl brings sunshine and warmth with true aim. As summer grew on in 2012, skeptical, shy, and discerning unshelved, cold entered in till trust paid the price, and Frozen, the movie, broke through the ice. A year or more passed between cold and warm, but a new day began with the calming of storm, a movement within that moved those without, falling afresh and cleansing all doubt. A summer day lives each day of the year when closer we draw to the one standing here. She smiles and twinkles, with brightness abounds, even in rain, calmness surrounds. Big heart, bigger still, she speaks with her art, humbly she sculpts and she paints to impart a wonderful, caring view of this world, colorful, luminous, timely, and pearled. Mentoring, serving, and songs overflow, leading and working with grace to bestow confidence, true and bold as the sun, to break through the clouds and catch everyone. She's serendipitous, that much is sure, winsome and strong, character pure, but it's not simply luck that brings us here now. Tonight we give praise and with it endow those few among peers with accolades all to go out amid this season of fall, each leading and serving and pointing the way to hope and to find their bright summer day. So, stand with your peers and lead as you're led. Feed hearts with hunger for more than just bread. Give them yourself. Yourself is enough. You'll find wisdom there and the strength of your love. Remember us all in days that will come, in bright or in dark, shine like the sun. For you bear the name, and you have a way. Your gift is to give all a bright summer day. Congratulations and welcome to the National Honor Society.
All right. Congratulations to all the students here this evening. Being a member of National Honor Society is a big accomplishment, and you should all be very proud of yourselves. My name is Michaela Hackett. I am the Science Intervention Specialist here at Galion High School and the varsity cheerleading coach. I have had the pleasure of being Emma's cheerleading coach for the past 3 years. I was very excited when Emma asked me to be her NHS sponsor. She is very deserving of this honor. Emma exemplifies the 4 pillar qualities that build NHS: scholarship, service, leadership, and character. She also demonstrates many other qualities which I'm excited to tell you about. Emma is dedicated. In all of my time with Emma at cheerleading, I have always been able to count on her for any task or situation. She has great time management skills and is selfless in the fact that she not only works to improve herself every day, but helps to better every member of the cheerleading squad. She is adaptable to any situation and always has a positive attitude. Emma is also ambitious. Emma has worked hard for her spot on the varsity squad and her spot on the competition cheerleading squad. She is a natural-born leader and brings a fun energy to practices and games. While I don't have Emma in a class this year, I am regularly told by the teachers how much of a hard worker she is. They enjoy having her in class and appreciate her proactive work ethic. She is a soft-spoken young lady, but has a powerful and respected presence as a leader in the classroom and as a cheerleader. Lastly, and one of my favorite qualities about Emma is her heart of gold. As a teacher, I know that my role is to teach students, but when it comes to Emma, I have learned so much from her. She puts her whole heart into everything she does and does so with such a kind spirit and positive attitude. I am grateful that my daughter Lily gets to grow up knowing someone like Emma and hope that one day she develops some of the qualities that Emma demonstrates. Emma, don't cry. Emma, your future is bright. I have no doubt that you will accomplish all of your dreams, and I will be here for you every step of the way. I will close with my favorite quote that hangs in my classroom daily, and I regularly tell all of my cheerleaders. Always remember to leave a little sparkle wherever you go.
That was very nice. Thank all of you. I would now ask Miss Principal Stanton to join me on stage. I also ask all of our new inductees to please stand at your seats. Ms. Stanton, I ask you to look around at these students standing I present to you these candidates who have qualified in all respects, who meet the standards and ideals of the National Honor Society. At this time, I ask you to administer the induction pledge and to confer upon them full membership in the Galion High School chapter.
Do you pledge yourselves to maintain your high scholastic standing, to hold as fundamental and worthy an untarnished character, to endeavor courageously and intelligently to be a leader, and to give yourself freely in the service of others? In so doing, will you prove yourself worthy of the place in National Honor Society? If you can so pledge, answer, I do. I charge each of you, wherever you go, to be a representative of Galion High School, one we can look to with pride. I charge you to live up to the high standards of this society throughout your lives so that others may be encouraged to follow in the paths of high scholarship, inspired leadership, strong character, and generous service. It is now my pleasure to declare that you are members of the Galion chapter of the National Honor Society.
This concludes our program for tonight. Thank you all for coming and supporting the pursuit of excellence at Galion High School. We hope that you enjoyed the evening. Before we leave, however, we wish to thank the Galion Booster Club for its continued financial support for our induction, the GHS food service staff for their catering, and Mr. Stone for his media coverage. We would like to have all of our new members up on the stage for some group pictures, and then on the way out, over by Mr. Bond on the blue tablecloth, there's ice cream for everyone, all the new members, so you can grab that on your way out. Enjoy the rest of your evening.